Hey there, and welcome. Today we're going to tackle a skill that is seriously essential for pretty much any student, no matter what you're studying. So let's dive right in.
Think about it for a second. Whether you're in a science lab or a literature seminar, there's this one skill that just keeps popping up over and over again. Any guesses what it might be?
Yep, you got it. Academic writing. It's really the language of university and research. It's how you build your arguments, and let's be honest, it's how you're going to be graded on a lot of your work.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. The term itself can sound, well, a little scary, right? Like it's full of complicated rules and it's just really intimidating. But here's the good news. It's just a skill. And like any other skill, with a clear process and a bit of practice, you can absolutely get the hang of it. So let's break it down together.
Okay, so first things first. What do we even mean when we say academic writing? Because it's definitely more than just putting words on a page for an essay. It's a whole specific way of communicating.
I think this definition from the University of Leeds just nails it. Look at those key words: clear, concise, focused, structured, and here's the big one, backed up by evidence. The point isn't to sound super smart or use complicated words, it's to be understood perfectly.
You know, a good way to think about it is that you're a guide. Your whole job is to take all this complex information that you've been researching and you present it in a way that someone else can easily follow along and understand what you're saying.
So how do we actually do that? How do we get that clarity? Well, you use a specific set of tools. Let's open up the Academic Writer's Toolkit and see what's inside. One of the most important tools is being objective. This just means you're focusing on the facts, not your personal feelings. So instead of writing, "I think this is a terrible argument," you'd say something like, "This argument does not consider the following evidence." You see that difference? It pulls your personal opinion out of it and puts the focus right back on the facts. And here are a few other must-have tools. Really good academic writing is fair. It presents different viewpoints. It also stays away from making huge, sweeping statements that you can't prove. It just sticks to the facts. And of course, every single claim you make has to be supported by solid research.
And maybe the golden rule, the one thing you can never, ever forget. You have to acknowledge where your information comes from. Citing your sources isn't just about avoiding plagiarism. It's about showing respect for the work of others and proving you're part of that bigger academic conversation.
Okay, so we know what academic writing is and what it looks like. But how do you, actually do it? Well, the great news is there's a process, a kind of roadmap you can follow every single time. Let's just quickly walk through it. Step 1 is just getting started, the research and the planning. Step 2, just get it written. Don't worry about perfection, just write that first draft. Step 3 is super important. That's when you review what you wrote for clarity and structure. Then, in Step 4, you do the polishing, the editing and proofreading. And finally, Step 5 is when you submit your work. See? Each step just builds on the one before it. So why bother with all this? Why go through all these steps? Well, because getting good at this has some real, tangible benefits that go way beyond just passing one class.
It's pretty simple, really. Better writing usually means better grades. It's also the key that can unlock the door to grad school or other further studies. But honestly, it's bigger than that. Learning how to think critically, build a strong argument, and communicate complex stuff clearly, that's like a superpower you can use in any job, in any field for the rest of your life.
So the main takeaway here is this: nobody is born a perfect academic writer. It's not a magical talent. It takes direction, like what we've talked about today. It takes practice with every single assignment you do, and it takes getting feedback to see where you can improve. So just try to focus on the process, not just the final product. Now think about it. What's one small step from today that you're going to apply to your next piece of writing?